Hello everyone and welcome to Kaiju Big Battle. Actually this is MBX Films, but I'm going to open up my new set of Keshi, kind of musclemen figures of Kaiju Big Battle characters. It's a brand new set. There was a Kickstarter to get them going. You can go to kaiju.com, click around, find the mall, or on the homepage there on the left, you can grab these, a full set. Super awesome. All their characters, they're all molded, sculpted by the creator of Kaiju Big Battle himself. Doing them by hand is kind of a little special project of his to make this awesome merchandise for Kaiju Big Battle. Kaiju Big Battle is just a pro wrestling kind of show, but they are the kind of tokusatsu super giant monsters and superheroes and things that you would see in mostly a lot of Japanese shows of old and new. You know, the crazy costumes, you know, think Godzilla if you're really lost. I'm going to open up and talk about each individual character that got made in this Wave 2 kind of set. And I have a video of the Wave 1 if you want to see all of those. I'll link that video at the end here or at the top or comments. It'll be all over the place. You can't miss it. Definitely check that one out. So first of all, usually when you order from Kaiju Big Battle, they will occasionally throw in little bonuses. Here I got a sticker of the Kid Deviler, which is actually often played by the owner's daughter herself in the costume. That's kind of small little Sky Deviler creature, so pretty cool tidbit there and beautiful sticker. I've amassed so many little trinkets and things just from orders. You'll just end up with a lot of stuff. So here is the baggie, cutting it open. Oh, there's no box. I've seen sometimes they come in a little box, but mine did not have a box. So we just have a building, which is a pretty cool idea. Just kind of some decor. These are giant city-crushing monsters. So it's kind of like an accessory, the first kind of accessory in all of these. Handmade, they usually had these in the ring for the creatures to destroy and use on each other. Pretty cool. It's a solid piece. It is a building. Big time character here, Hell Monkey, kind of Dr. Cube, the main villain's one of his most prized and primely used creatures, a one-eyed demon from the dark side. He has a great mold there. You can see all of his ape body and got the tail, the shorts. Sometimes he's not wearing those, sometimes he is. He's a multi-time champion. I think he's still a character they use in shows. He's just good costume, good design, and throughout all of Kaiju history, he's one of the long-standing ones. I definitely recommend getting their old book, just kind of as a guide of characters, because a lot of these are kind of the old characters from Kaiju long ago, more than newer creatures. So this book will have a lot about Hell Monkey and a lot of the older Kaijus in it, so I think they still sell that. Just check out the mall and just, you know, support Kaiju. They're very small. I don't know if people realize how small they are. They need the money. You gotta buy the merch. Okay, there's Hell Monkey. Here's another big one. The American Beetle of the heroes with his USA shorts. Got the Beetle wings and face with his big old boxing gloves. A hero that they still use to this day. Still fights and uses an important hero in the beginning there with Kaiju Big Battle. USA. Although I believe he only speaks Spanish, but what are you gonna do? Everybody's different here in the US, so maybe he's a bit of a luchador as well as a Beetle. But that was a big one to get. Good character there. We got Mung 1 of the fairly defunct Space Bug stable, mostly of the old, it's a big kaiju actually, a big fly, female. It's hard to find some fights of this character, as usually just kind of a background one. You can see she's on the cover of this book here though. Really cool costume that they really liked. Not one you see currently, I don't think, anymore, but one of the classic kaiju designs of the beginning of Kaiju Big Battle. So that's an important one, I really like that. Sticking with the Space Bug stable, here is a swarm member, and this will be a male swarm member. There were female ones also that would have like a skirt. You can tell the difference. They were just kind of the soldiers of that stable, you know. Dr. Cube would have his minions, and the Space Bug team had the swarm members that could kind of gang up on a bigger monster, and that's a pretty cool one for another history one. I don't think you see swarm members pop up in shows very much anymore, but they must have really liked the design. He wanted to have that in the lineup, so that's a pretty cool one. The zombie Plantain. The Plantain brothers there, Los Plantanos. One did get betrayed and killed by Silver Potato and did come back as an evil zombie. It's a pretty cool, getting to mold this. He's done some of the cuts and damages things. He's kind of got the Dr. Cube ripped pants and things, so that's a cool one. You kind of have the zombie pose also. So Pedro and Pablo, Plantain. I believe this was Pablo, was the one that got killed and turned into a zombie. I think Pedro is the one that went on to try to avenge his death. And let me have it if I've flip-flopped those like a fool in the comments. Yeah, that's a popular one. People kind of like the zombified Plantain. Here is a modern kaiju hero unicorn party. Not one you'll find in the old battles. This is a very much new character. I don't know too much about him because I mostly know about older kaiju stuff, but very athletic, whoever is performing this creature, and is a champion often and just used in a lot of the promotional stuff as a main character now. So he's got his cool helmet with his pony tail, unicorn, and unicorn horn. Just like a classic kind of tokusatsu hero, kind of with his own motif and craziness. So I really like that they have these superhero characters with all the monsters and things. That's what I like to see, is some of the heroes. I'm on the heroes side. Go heroes. So Unicorn Party continues that legend as a new hero. He's pretty awesome. Oh yeah. It's the wise old sage Dusto Bunny, an ancient creature for the heroes. A big time character there. He was did all sorts of fightos and lots of storylines, doing the dance. He always come out to Another One Bites the Dust because he's a dust bunny. Oh my gosh, great texture on him for his kind of dusty body, but you can still see his bunny kind of teeth and everything, and he looks really awesome here. Get that size there. He was always kind of a bigger kaiju because of all of his fluff, and do some power moves and stuff. That's a really good one to have. Classic hero. Love the kaiju heroes. Pretty awesome. Another classic hero, Power Ringuru. Won't be too hard to figure out where they got her name. That's her tutu, her awesome helmet with the fairy wings and everything. Smaller stature, that's pretty cool. She's always a smaller hero, but plenty of damage and acrobatic maneuvers. Pixie dust. A classic kaiju to have. Not too many female kaijus, so always good to see for the variety. Power Ringuru! Pretty good. Just like last set, there was a character that actually there isn't a costume for at kaiju shows, and I believe this is the one here. Last time it was the Astroach. It was a roach kind of creature. Here's a shark one. I think he was like Sharktron or Sharkatron or something like that. I forget the exact name, but there's no actual costume or fighto of anybody wearing this and kind of doing anything for a Kaiju Big Battel. He's just kind of a made-up character. I don't know if maybe eventually he's wanting to do these costumes of the roach and the shark. This would be a pretty good one. I know it'd probably be pretty popular to see with the shark design. He looks good, but there's not a costume made yet of it. So this is just kind of maybe a prototype kind of character. So it's not really great for your Kaiju Big Battel collection but it is a unique character design by the creator of Kaiju Big Battel. So maybe we'll see the old shark at a later time in real life, but still a pretty cool toy, and it's made by the creator, so still technically a Kaiju Big Battel character in a sense. Whose side is he on, though? We don't know. Okay, this thing. Holy. Here's an interesting one. I think he just kind of made it because it was fun with the texture and everything. What happened with this guy is I think Kaiju Big Battel wanted to do a deal with Doritos, and they were going to have the giant, nacho cheese and Cool Ranch Doritos in costume. One had the tip at the top, and this one, of course, has the bigger part and tip at the bottom. You can see it's rounded off more. It's not like the triangle chip anymore because that deal just never really happened. I tried to find the commercial, but I think there just wasn't one. So they already made these costumes, so they just switched them around a little bit, modified the color and everything, and they became the Scabs. They were like nasty, like scabs off of a wound. And they look kind of nasty now looking at them. They were just the Scab tag team, in the sense of like, scabs from going on strike of your job, and the scabs come in and replace you, and but they were like giant scabs also. So actually he needs his tag team partner with kind of the shape reverse. That might be an easy one he can do later, just so you have the team of the Scabs. But an interesting story there. They actually use these characters with another wrestler that unfortunately passed away. He was battling cancer, and he did have a match against the two where they were, billed as cancer. So he's fighting cancer in the match. It was just kind of a cool thing probably for the audience there. Just that, pretty easy to root for him in a match like that. Get some good good vibes going for him, that he was doing well in his battle against it, but unfortunately the story has kind of a bad ending there, that he did pass away. But just kind of Kaiju Big Battle, using what they have, their costumes, for the best show for the crowd, just wanting to entertain the people and send you home happy. It's kind of the idea there. Now, was this Petunia? Plantain? I forget the exact name, but anyway, there was kind of the kid kaiju dancers and stuff that would do in between. You actually have the kids in the costumes kind of doing little dances, kind of like you have the kid Deviler, kind of the same, so kind of cool. Hopefully we'll get Kid Deviler, and then I think there's a few other the kid costumes. Well, that's kind of cool. It got the bow and the hair. You can kind of see that maybe these will eventually get transitioned into like the adult where they're kind of competing, but the kids obviously are not doing fights. They're just kind of doing like in-between match shows of some dance numbers and things just for entertainment and kind of keep the look of the kaijus and things, and they're kind of related to the the fighters like the Plantains like this one, so it's kind of cool. The little Plantain. So that is the full set. Definitely check out the other set that I reviewed. Get Kaiju Big Battle on Twitter, and keep their site handy for when the actually Facebook is a good one to follow them on. They do a lot more posts on there. Watch for if they do another Kickstarter for these. The Kickstarter, it's a lot better to get the full set if you back the Kickstarter. You'll get the full set. Sometimes it's not easy to get the full set on their site ordered. Sometimes they just want to send you random ones, so it's very hard to get a collect them all kind of thing going. They are a very small company, Kaiju Big Battle, so be careful with your orders about not trying to get too complicated, and they can kind of miss things easy. Keep it simple. It's probably just one guy having to pack up all the stuff, so they're not a big time company, so don't expect premier customer service, because they can get overwhelmed pretty easy. But support Kaiju Big Battle. They're having a hard time as of right now. You check the date of this video. They're a live performance show, so a little difficult to support. So buying all of these merchandise and stuff is what really helps them get funded, even more than the shows. So if you place some orders, get some DVDs or shirts especially, or these awesome figures of all their creatures and characters. This is the kind of merchandise I've always kind of wanted from them. So they're small, and you can get a lot of them and have all the characters, so it's a lot of fun. There's glow-in-the-dark sets or different colors, so you can kind of mix them around, and I'm kind of targeting just kind of the normal MUSCLEMEN color for me, but if you want all glow in the dark, you can kind of ask for that and make sure you purchase those. So I open up all my collectibles and things here, wrestling, superhero, just all sorts of stuff. So get subscribed and you'll see more stuff like this, especially if they do more Kaiju Big Battle things. I'll be opening them up and explaining them all here. So I'll see you in the next video. And remember, danger can happen.